Welcome back to Baseball Spark, where we explore the wild, the weird, and the absolutely unbelievable side of baseball. Today, we're diving into the top 10 most bizarre baseball injuries, a countdown of accidents so strange you'll be asking yourself, how did that even happen? Whether it's mishaps involving shower doors, pie faces, or video games, these injuries prove that baseball players might need to worry more about daily life than what happens on the field. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and prepare to hear some of the strangest, most head-scratching injuries in baseball history. You won't believe how some of these guys ended up missing games.
And that foul ball bounced up and hit Pence right in the face.
Number 10. Sammy Sosa's Sneeze of Doom, 2004. Starting us off, we have a Hall of Famer taken down by a sneeze. Yes, you heard that right. In 2004, Sammy Sosa, one of the greatest home run hitters of his era, was sidelined by a powerful sneeze that caused severe back spasms. That's right, the man who hit over 600 home runs was taken out of commission by nothing more than a simple achoo. You can picture it, can't you? Sosa gearing up for another game, then suddenly, achoo! And bam, back spasms so bad that he's laid out. It's not like he pulled a muscle rounding third base or diving for a catch. No, Sammy Sosa was brought to his knees by Mother Nature. The incident became the butt of many jokes, but it was no laughing matter for Sosa, who missed several games due to the injury. Baseball may be a sport of endurance, but sometimes even the simplest acts, like sneezing, can bench the best of them. Number 9. Trevor Bauer's drone disaster, 2016. At number 9, we have Trevor Bauer and his unfortunate hobby-related injury. Bauer, always a guy who marches to the beat of his own drum, had a well-documented fascination with drones. And in 2016, that fascination cost him dearly. Just before an ALCS start, Bauer sliced open his finger while working on his drone, requiring stitches. But wait, it gets worse. Bauer still tried to pitch in the game. Picture this. Bauer takes the mound, ready to deliver a crucial performance for the Cleveland Indians, and after just a few pitches, his finger bursts open, blood pouring everywhere. It was a disaster, both on the mound and in terms of optics. The image of Bauer bleeding on the mound while desperately trying to stay in the game is one that will stick with baseball fans for years. While it may have been a freak accident, it certainly wasn't a great look for someone in a championship series. Number 8. Marty Cordova's tanning bed mishap, 2002. Coming in at number 8 is Marty Cordova, a player who truly lived by the phrase, look good, play good. Except in this case, it backfired. In 2002, Cordova fell asleep in a tanning bed and was so badly sunburned that he had to miss games. Imagine having to tell your manager that you're out of the lineup because you got too crispy at the tanning salon. It's a classic case of vanity gone wrong. Cordova's tan may have been golden, but his timing was terrible. Fans couldn't believe it when they heard the story. Who gets sidelined by a sunburn in a tanning bed? The injury became legendary, especially in an era where players' dedication to the game was everything. It just goes to show that sometimes the biggest hazards come when you're off the field. Number 7. Joel Zamaya's Guitar Hero wrist injury, 2006. Joel Zamaya, the flamethrower who could strike fear into hitters but couldn't resist the pull of Guitar Hero. In 2006, Zamaya missed games because of a wrist injury that he developed while playing the popular video game. Yep, you heard that right. Zamaya wasn't sidelined by throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, but by shredding a plastic guitar. It turns out that Zamaya was so obsessed with the game that he played for hours on end, leading to inflammation in his wrist. Tigers fans were dumbfounded when the news broke, and the incident became one of those stories that baseball fans bring up whenever they talk about strange injuries. The Tigers actually banned players from playing Guitar Hero after that, proving once and for all that video games can be dangerous. Number 6. Glenn Allen Hill's Arachnophobic Nightmare, 1990. Coming in at number 6 is Glenn Allen Hill, who didn't just suffer an injury, he suffered a nightmare. In 1990, Hill, who is terrified of spiders, had a bad dream where he was being chased by the eight-legged monsters. While sleepwalking, Hill jumped out of bed, sprinted through his house, and crashed into a glass table, injuring himself in the process. The next day, Hill had to explain to his manager that he wouldn't be able to play because of his injuries he sustained while battling imaginary spiders. You can't make this stuff up. Hill's arachnophobia got the better of him, and the incident became one of the strangest injury reports in MLB history. It's a reminder that sometimes your biggest opponent might just be in your head or your dreams. Number 5. Steve Sparks versus the phone book, 1994. Halfway through the list, we have Steve Sparks, who injured himself trying to tear a phone book in half. You know those motivational team-building exercises where you're supposed to do something superhuman to impress your teammates? Well, Sparks decided to go for the classic strongman move of ripping a phone book in two. But instead of triumphantly tearing the pages, Sparks dislocated his shoulder. The injury became a laughingstock, as people wondered why a professional athlete was trying to do strongman tricks in the first place. Lesson learned. Stick to throwing baseballs, not phone books, Steve. Number 4. Kendry Morales' celebration fall, 2010. At number 4, we have Kendrys Morales, who suffered one of the most unfortunate and unnecessary injuries in baseball history. In 2010, after hitting a walk-off grand slam, Morales attempted to leap onto home plate in celebration. Instead of landing gracefully, Morales landed awkwardly, shattering his leg and ending his season. Talk about going from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. Morales' injury was so severe that it took him nearly 2 full years to recover. Since then, teams have become much more cautious with their post-game celebrations. The injury sent a clear message to players. It's okay to celebrate, just maybe not like you're auditioning for the Olympics. Number 3. Rickey Henderson's frostbite from an ice pack, 1993. At number 3, we have an injury that you would expect to happen on an Arctic expedition, not in a baseball locker room. In 1993, legendary base stealer Rickey Henderson missed games because of frostbite. And no, he wasn't playing in freezing temperatures. He fell asleep with an ice pack on his foot for too long, leading to frostbite. Yes, the man who stole more bases than anyone in history was benched by a piece of medical equipment. Henderson's injury was a classic case of too much of a good thing. While the ice pack was meant to help a minor injury, it ended up sidelining one of baseball's greatest players in the most unexpected way. Number 2. Chris Coughlin's pie-face disaster, 2010. In second place is Chris Coughlin, who suffered an injury that's straight out of a comedy sketch. After a walk-off win in 2010, Coughlin decided to join the tradition of smashing a pie into a teammate's face during the post-game celebration. But while leaping to deliver the pie, Coughlin tore his meniscus, requiring surgery and ending his season. Imagine trying to explain that to your coach. Coach, I got injured trying to pie someone in the face. This injury became infamous, not just for how absurd it was, but because it took down a key player for the rest of the year. Moral of the story? Stick to clapping and hugs after a win. Number 1. Hunter Pence's shower door knockout, 2015. And finally, taking the top spot in our countdown is Hunter Pence, whose injury was so bizarre, it might just make you want to switch to showers with curtains. In 2015, Pence was sidelined after he slipped in the shower and crashed through a glass shower door. The incident left him with multiple cuts and bruises, and he missed several games recovering. While Pence was known for his hustle and grit on the field, he apparently met his match in a slippery bathroom floor. Fans couldn't believe it when the news broke, and the incident became a classic example of how even the most normal activities can go terribly wrong. Showers may be a daily necessity, but after hearing Pence's story, you might want to be extra careful next time you step in. And there you have it, the top 10 most bizarre baseball injuries. From sneezes to drones to shower doors, these stories show that sometimes the real danger isn't on the field, it's in everyday life. These freak accidents may have cost these players, and in everyday life, no matter how much you practice or prepare for a game, you can never predict the strange accidents that might land you on the disabled list. From Sammy Sosa's sneeze-induced back spasms to Hunter Pence's showdown with a glass shower door, these injuries will be talked about for years to come. Some are laughable, some are cringeworthy, and others make you feel bad for the players. But one thing's for sure, baseball players truly do get injured in the weirdest ways. Which injury on our list shocked you the most? Was it Morales' ill-fated Grand Slam celebration, or maybe Joel Zamaya's Guitar Hero-related injury? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more unbelievable stories from the world of baseball. Here at Baseball Spark, we promise to bring you the fun, the bizarre, and the unforgettable moments from America's favorite pastime. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there, whether you're playing ball or, just walking through a door.